Hello, folks. In this video, I want to talk about a community that I recently discovered and got to know about through a ex-colleague. So, I was actually reaching out to people on LinkedIn, asking about like, are there any growth and marketing opportunities, and I would like to work on them for free because I want to hone my skills and I am really interested in growth and marketing, advertising, stuff like that. I have ideas, but of course, I don't think I can execute them all. For example, I don't know how to do analysis of content and growth and marketing, and I don't have the time to learn that stuff now. But I have some ideas and I can help execute, but I'll need other people to execute. Like people who are experts in like say understanding data, analyzing data and whatnot. For example, let's say I post on LinkedIn, look at LinkedIn impressions and whatnot, analyze the data, how is it performing, the posts are performing, and like understand what is performing, what's not performing, and all that. That requires a lot of time. But brainstorming ideas and whatnot, I think I have the time to do that a bit. Research and whatnot, yeah, a bit like based on my experiences, I can learn stuff, right? So this community is called uh, Layoff Buddy. So it's to help people, who are laid off or who are anticipating getting laid off, and people who want to help others who are getting laid off or are anticipating getting laid off, they can also join this community. So basically, this is for anyone who wants to actually, I think, learn. In my view, you can talk to people, get support and whatnot, get advice and whatnot, and you plan to switch careers, switch jobs and whatnot. You can actually join the community, and it's called Layoff Buddy. Of course, people who want to help can also join, mentors, advisors, supporters and whatnot. Say you want to help with like doing mock interviews and whatnot, like things like that, or just help someone hone their skills, and things like that. And of course, people who mentor and whatnot, they'll also gain some experience, gain some skills. So the person who actually started off this community is actually my ex-colleague, and he commented about this community when I actually reached out on LinkedIn saying, "Hey, I'm looking for growth and marketing related opportunities, more like a side hustle because my main job as of now is software engineering, and I'm a software engineer." But I was just slightly interested in this area, so I just wanted to see if I can actually hone some of my skills and just do it for free for brands, companies, communities, people, and whatnot. So he reached out, and I checked out the website and all. Some thoughts and what some ideas around the whole website and how they can grow and all. So this video is going to talk about how one can grow a community like say Layoff Buddy. I still have very generic ideas only. Specific ideas, I still have to think about them. But my thought process around this is, first of all, if you want to create awareness, I think the number of people in the community is still very low. At least the groups that I saw, it was pretty low only. But the website I had actually mentioned that there are like a lot of some 700 plus active monthly users. About the website, I think it's mostly great. I liked it. I in fact loved it. Some improvements. I think I don't know how it's being implemented. I have to talk to my ex-colleague who's running. So this person who's running is called Shamsher Ansari. He is also in the software industry. I think he's a technical product manager. Yeah, I mean, he has a lot of experience. He is my senior, and he has a lot of experience and he has a lot of knowledge and skills around software engineering and in general software stuff. I don't know how he has implemented. I have to ask him about it. But they have their official website, and there are some small corrections also to be done. For example, it says 700 plus active monthly uniques or something instead of users, or instead of saying unique users. There are some like typos or missing words like that. Other than that, I have to check how it's implemented. Like for example, how the login, how the group is implemented, and all that. How the posting, commenting, and all is implemented. Because like, there's a lot of forum software out there, free and open source forum software. Forum software is a software where it helps you run forums in a virtual digital manner. For example, there is this popular free open source software called Discourse. It's written in Ruby on Rails, that technology, and it's a company. So, and a lot of companies are actually using Discourse, the paid version or the free version and whatnot. You can check out their customers, and then there are other many other open source and free forum softwares. For example, I think there's one called I think Forum. I forgot. So this is basically the software that is behind dev.to website. So I think initially it was all closed source, but later they open sourced it and they made it generic. Like dev.to itself, I think initially it was closed source. I'm not sure, but it became open source, and then they made a generic version of dev.to, something like that. That's what I remember. So there is one. So you can go and look for dev.to's open source code and related projects, and you should be able to find. I think it's called Forum. I forgot the exact name. Something starting with Ferrum, Forum, something starting with F. I'll probably put it in the comments in the YouTube video, or in the description. In the description, I think it's better. So yeah, I mean, one could use that, and that takes care of the whole communities, groups, posts, comments, like, share, and it also has like good, what do you say, built-in monitoring. Like I mean, like more like when you say monitoring, it's more like reporting, and it also you can actually report and say that some comment is like say hateful or offensive and whatnot. And they have a proper system wherein for example, you can't simply go ahead and like do many things. When you're a new user, you go level by level and you do things. So you can't just go ahead and spam something or whatever. So the platform, the software gains trust on you at a level by level basis, and then allows you to do things. Does not allow you to do things just like that. And then there are moderators and all, similar to like I think Reddit moderators who can moderate the communities and all that. And it's a great system, but you'll have to self-host it, or else you'll have to pay for it. So I don't know what is the cash reserve or the amount of money the community, the Layoff Buddy community has, but they do have a domain name and they are hosting this website. I don't know if it's a free website or like free, stuff and all that, or if it's being paid, and who bears the costs and all that. So accordingly, something has to be decided in case you have to move to something like, say, Discourse or similar stuff. And I would put my money on Discourse. Like I would bet on it. So yeah. The next thing is, apart from software, how can you make it popular? Create awareness around it. Start writing about it on say different platforms, say LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any social media that you can find out, TikTok, whatever. I don't know how many people can actually access TikTok, because in India you are like not allowed, but there are hacks I think around it. But anyways, Instagram, WhatsApp, and whatnot, and whoever is in the community, ask them, request them to actually make it popular, make it aware, like make people aware around the platform, and then go on, say, platforms like Reddit, and join even forums that talk about say jobs, careers, work, layoffs, especially layoffs, and then understand what do people who are getting laid off do. Like where do they spend their time? For example, they might be spending their time on Netflix or Instagram or whatever, or they might be eating. Everyone eats. They might be doing many things. Like a person who is laid off is just a person, so they can be doing many things. They can be going for runs, gym, and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, you can think about what they would be doing and whatnot, and try to understand where you can intercept and actually create some awareness around layoff buddy. I know why I keep thinking, anyways, layoff buddy. For example, layoff buddy community members can actually get t-shirts. And the low cost method would be, for example, to get a t-shirt, very cheap t-shirt from Decathlon, say for 200 bucks or something. There are t-shirts, polyester t-shirts, and on that you can print, say, I think layoffbuddy.com, and uh, you, there can be a tagline, for example, um, find jobs, or get support, or something like that, like some fancy tagline. I haven't thought about it, but layoffbuddy.com should be the way to go, so that someone can go to the website and then just be like, okay, they can understand what it is. Instead of just writing layoff buddy, you can write layoffbuddy.com, so that someone understands that it's a website, and probably put up a logo for layoff buddy. And to do this, it will cost 150 or something. So if the t-shirt is 200 and this is 150, I think totally it'll be 350. So this 150 you can pay to something like Decathlon, which actually does this. So if you go to Decathlon, get a t-shirt for 200, and then ask them to print any text, and this can be your name and all. So basically, they help with printing jerseys. So you can put any text. You can just say layoffbuddy.com, and then put a logo, and they'll ask for 150 or something like that. And within 350, 400, I think you should be able to get it done if you're using something like Decathlon. But of course, if you go for something more, it'll cost more. And who bears the cost? Maybe the community members can just, if they are willing to actually create awareness, which would be very great, just do this. For starters, the people who are founding, for example, Shamsher, Anzari, can do this and whatnot. And then have small things like create badges, or create stickers. These are usually low cost. Probably you can get some material that you can find online for the stickers. Basically, a sticker is what, I mean, let's look at the basic, right? Like a paper and a sticking material, and that's all, right? So, and there will be something to protect the sticker from the sticking material, the glue from the sticker to not be gone. There'll be another material, some sort of very smooth kind of paper. So there'll be two layers. One is the sticking material, and then three layers. Like one is the sticking material, and then the glue, and then the paper. So if you can just get this thing, plain white stickers which has nothing on it, and then if you can print on them, say using a standard printer, that would be a great idea. Then you would just need to get these stickers, which would be probably low cost, and then you can print on them and then cut them off. Probably check online about how this can be done, and that is one way. Stickers, t-shirts, and then create say communities on say something like Strava, and create challenges. It'll cost some 2k 3k to get a Strava subscription, which can actually help you create unlimited challenges online on Strava for a year. It's a yearly subscription. You can do monthly, but it's costlier if it's monthly. So these are some of the ideas that can be done, and then think about where do people spend their time when after they get laid off, or when they are anticipating a layoff. Probably they are spending their time on websites that help you learn things, say Lead Code or Geeks for Geeks and whatnot. Join those communities. Talk about Layoff Buddy as much as possible everywhere, but especially at places where people are spending their time, who are preparing for interviews, or who are, say, anticipating layoffs. They'll probably be preparing for interviews, right? And then how they're going to be honing their skills and whatnot. See, on GitHub, you can actually go ahead and like see how you can make it popular, Layoff Buddy, or different spaces, or Naukri.com. I don't know if it has a community, but any place like this, there are places like, I think, Top Hire, Like there are many dev communities and places where devs hang out, and there are even communities that not many know. For example, there's this thing called DevRant or something. There is a big network called Dev Network. There is this website called daily.dev. Um, so yeah, I mean there are many things. So yeah, I mean I'll probably record more on like what are the different ideas that one can do for their community in general, and also specifically look at Layoff Buddy. General ones are just like something like put it on Strava, so that healthy people who are actually getting laid off, like that community, that part of the audience. But of course, there are going to be a lot of people who are healthy but still not on Strava. But basically, just Strava communities, size of people. And Layoff Buddy will also become popular globally and all if you put it. Um, if you actually put it on something like Strava, which are like global. Um, and I don't know if their target is global, but I think it should be because well, it's a virtual platform, and then they can have meetups, put meetups on like meetup.com and have a in-person meetup and virtual meetups where they meet up in say Zoom or Google Meet and all that. I'll come up with more ideas, but for now, that's it. And yeah, similar to using t-shirts, yeah, I told about stickers. Badges are going to be hard because, or you can get plain badges and then try to stick something on them which says layoffbuddy.com. And then caps, pens, or many things. Like you can have goodies and you can see how you can make these goodies with low cost and try to see how we can actually use it in many places so that people notice it. um, there could be more ways. For example, you could attend events and wear this t-shirt and make it more popular. Have flags and whatnot. Basically, what are ideas that I had for TCS World 10K Marathon for companies, you can use it for even communities, generic ideas. A lot of them being low cost or zero cost, but yeah, of course, others being high cost or like there is quite some money involved in it. So yeah, that's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.